Hello, I am a robot, and today I will be talking to you about the Reformation. But enough chit-chat, let's begin. The Reformation was a religious movement originally set out to reform the Catholic Church. In the early 16th century, Central and Western Europe followed the Catholic Church, headed by the Pope. The religion dominated the daily lives of all European inhabitants, and there was a common feeling of discontent amongst the followers of the Church, especially surrounding its selfishness, internal government, and abuse of power. This discontent caused the Church to be very susceptible to reform, but its followers could not come to a consensus on what to do about these issues. Many individual reform movements caught on locally, but no single reform attempt was able to present an argument that could persuade a massive amount of people that they could be saved without the help of the Catholic Church. This was the case until Martin Luther nailed his famous 95 Theses to the door of All Saints Church in Wittenberg, Germany. This influential document expressed Martin Luther's anger towards indulgences, which were payments collected by the Church that one would have to pay in order to gain access into heaven. Luther continued to grow his body of work, using scripture to support his argument against the papacy. As his ideas and preaching style continued to spread, many German preachers took these ideas and spread them like a virus in a preschool classroom. But these new ideas did not stop at the German borders. The word of Martin Luther swept into neighboring countries as far west as England. There were many new concepts that were implemented into these reformed religious sects, such as the absence of a moral hierarchy. In other words, the scripture was now the sole authority, eliminating the presence of a pope. Also, churches were now small communities of their followers that did not rely on some form of hierarchy to function. This eliminated the costly organized churches of the past and allowed churches to become more localized. The Reformation was not only adopted by the local man, but by many powers as well. King Henry VIII broke with the Church of Rome in 1534-80 for personal reasons and established the Church of England. This is where we get the Episcopal and Lutheran churches of today. After Henry's death, Catholic Mary Tudor became queen and began persecuting Protestants. She burned over 300 Anglican followers and bishops of the stake, and many others fled the country. After her death, her half-sister Queen Elizabeth I took the throne, a woman who tolerated Protestantism. The following of the Anglican Church skyrocketed, and even more Christian denominations came about around this time, such as the Baptist Church. The Reformation was a time of great change, and its effects are still apparent in today's world. Thank you for your time. This has been a robot, and I approve this message.